Alright, what's up? I'm gonna show you. My mic's on? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna show you. One of the guys in the server is asking about level. And I can't take credit for any of this. I learned it all from watching videos myself. But level doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I'm wrong. There's definitely people out there that know a lot more about this game than me. But everybody's like, oh, I've got this dino that hatches at level 375 or whatever the level is. Level's kind of meh. Most servers have level caps. So I'm going to show you how in my breeding line, which is something I've just started doing, I drop the initial level. It kind of gives you more room to grow more mutations before hitting that level cap, because you don't want to max out before you're done mutating. Now, in our server, kind of slightly boosted, you probably would never need to get near level cap in order to actually beat some of the, or most of the bosses, all the bosses. I didn't get near level cap with my last go through. So, I've got some tech Rexes here, just because these are probably the easiest ones I have to show. I've just recently restarted, had a couple things stashed away from my previous experience on Valantis. So, we got 3 level 268 tech Rexes here. 2 of them are female. 1 of them's a male. The male is random. His stats are okay. You know, mostly that melee. That melee wasn't bad, but this is a wild tame. 529 melee, pretty okay. And then I think I got, yeah, this is the one that had the health. So 12,320 health. The rest of the stats I don't care about. I'm literally only breeding for melee and health on these guys. Everything else can kind of be done with your stat points as you get them, or yeah, basically just that way. Or imprint. Sorry, imprint's the word I'm looking for. And then I got this female, with 537, which I thought was crazy. I'm drinking beer. That's what I do. Don't judge me. So it was unfortunate that I got the stats that I wanted on females. Then I needed to tame a male to sort of combine them, if that makes sense. So I think, yeah, what I did originally was I took my 268 male that had shit, well, not stats I didn't want, but stats I didn't need, and I bred it with my high melee female. And I bred them until I ended up with this guy, 274, yeah. So this gave me a male with the melee damage stat that I wanted. Once I had the melee stat that I wanted on a male, I then took this male, who is, I'll show the ancestry, right? 268, that was the male and female that I had. And I took him and I bred him with her that had the high health. Now it would have been cool if I'd had the health and the melee each on a male female. Would have been sweet. Didn't work out that way, so I had to get the high melee onto a male, and I took that high melee and I bred it with the female with high health, if that makes sense. So our levels have actually gone up here, right? We were 268, we've gone to 274, and then when I bred the high melee female with the high melee male, I kept breeding them until I got the high melee 537 and the high health 12,320. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, I am. So the health is 51 points and the melee is 50 points. So just to smash through that again, just to make sure we've got it. This male Didn't care what his stats were. Just needed a male to combine the stats of these two females. So our female Tech Rex here had 51 points in health, and our female here had 50 points in melee. Bred the melee female with the obsolete male until I got a male with the high melee. And then I bred the male with the high melee, the female that had the high health, until I got a dino, it turned out to be male, that had both the health and the melee. So we're sitting at 51 points health, 50 points melee. The rest of these stats I don't care about. We can bring those back at the end of the line when you're done mutating. So then I turned around and I tamed a low level, so this part can actually be difficult. I find it's almost as difficult to find a low level dino, like a proper low level. You want as low as you can find, really, dino with garbage stats. And this Tech Rex is what I found. So, you know, she's got nothing special. I can't remember the point values on her. It's like, well, I tamed her, so I wouldn't have known. She's wild. But garbage stats, right? Nothing worth keeping. So I bred her with him, who has the health, has the melee that I wanted, until I got them combined on a dino, which ended up being this guy here, 165. He's got the health, he's got the melee. Most of the other stats are kind of crap, but still a little bit of room to improve, right? That stam's still high. The food's meh. 5,700, I think he got that from got that from her. So I ended up with this one from taking my perfect stat male and breeding it with a super low female, level 6, well, super low, low as I could find, and wanted to spend the time chasing around. Level 60 female. Got me a 165. I bred until I ended up with a male of around this caliber, kind of garbage stats. I then took this male and I bred him with her. So the 165 that has my health and my melee stat that I want. Kept them, bred them with her, and I ended up with these two, which are level 139. So they have the 51 points in health, the 50 points in melee damage, I think it's 10 points in stam, and then 6, 7, and 9. I believe it is 6 in oxygen, 7 points in food, and 9 points in weight. So the rest of her stats are super, super low. This is what allows you to drop that level down. So now I have my female and my male at level 139, exact same stats, but they have these two stats that I wanted, that we took all the way down from the level 268 that we tamed. We have brought that level down, 268 to 139, so I don't know what the math is there, but we brought that down significantly. Now I'll start my line. Once these two grow up, I'll breed these two together until I have my 10 females. I've got my 1 male. I start my breeding line. When I'm done, when I've stacked as many mutes, whatever it is, whatever the number is you want to do, once I've stacked as many mutes as I want, I simply take that male, I take him back over here, I breed him with any one of these females that I have, actually, that has decent stats in the other 3. And that will bring my stamina, my food, my weight back up to a manageable level, basically. And it will have those boosted melee and health stats at a lower level, so that when I breed that back into one of these other ones, I'm still probably not going to hit that level cap. I could put, I don't know, 30 times 2 is 60, so that would be, I would be at 199 on this guy here. I think. Did I do that math right? Something like that. Because you get 2 levels per mutation. Yeah. So it'd still be under 200. So if I breed that back with this guy at 268, I'm probably still coming out under 300. But I have the super boosted health and melee stats. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps everybody. Just a brief little tutorial that I've learned. I've only just started working on it. But yeah, hopefully that'll work for you guys.